The Phoenix Suns were led by their big three with Devin Booker's game-high 27 points, Chris Paul's 22, and Kevin Durant scored 18 as the Phoenix Suns beat the San Antonio Spurs to win their sixth straight game. It is the longest winning streak in the NBA right now. Kevin Durant was coming off of a huge 35-point performance against his old team, against the Oklahoma City Thunder on Sunday night, and 13 of those points were scored in the fourth. You look at how deadly the Phoenix Suns are now with KD back in the lineup. The Phoenix Suns are 7-0 with Kevin Durant in the lineup. And the Phoenix Suns are also now locked up into the fourth seed in the West. So the timing is absolutely ideal because Phoenix will be starting a stretch of games with 3 games in 4 days that will end with a matinee game on Sunday. So, since the Suns are locked into that 4th seed, they could basically use this time to rest up while everybody else tries to position themselves to not play the Suns in the first round of the playoffs. How's it going, everyone? It's Luca here, back with another video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about how the Phoenix Suns are a nightmare. If you guys can do me a solid favor, hit a like on the video and please subscribe to the channel for more Suns and NBA content. You can help me grow this channel. That would be awesome. Again, your support is greatly appreciated. So it's no surprise that no one wants to finish 5th in the West, right? It's that thing that no one's come out and said publicly, obviously, but you can tell. These teams don't want to finish 5th. They don't want a first-round matchup against the Phoenix Suns, and we could definitely see teams scrambling over these final days of the NBA regular season to avoid that 5th spot, because who the hell would want to play the Phoenix Suns in a 7-game series? It's bad enough when you got to play this team one time. Imagine going up against this team multiple times and have to beat them 4 times in a series. That's not going to go well. So for the Phoenix Suns, you're looking at a first-round matchup against either of these teams. Warriors, Lakers, Pelicans, or Clippers. I think from the Suns standpoint, they don't care who they have to face in the first round. They're going to feel very good and confident about their chances with a healthy KD, and they will be the favorite in that first round matchup. A matchup against the Pelicans would be an easy series win, especially when it was Zion Williamson. And I know people are hyping the Los Angeles Lakers as of late, as the Lakers have turned their season around, but let's call it for what it is. The Lakers wouldn't stand a chance of beating the Suns in a 7-game playoff series, no matter how much they've turned their season around. Then the next 2 teams the Suns could play are very interesting ones. The Clippers would have no Paul George, so they would be an overwhelming underdog, and it would take a Kawhi Leonard MJ-esque performance for the Clippers to win that series. And then you got the Warriors. Now, this matchup would be the best from an NBA fan standpoint because we would get Stephen Curry against Kevin Durant. And you know Kevin Durant would have all the motivation in the world for this one, going against his old team and going against the defending, reigning NBA champions. The Warriors, in all likelihood, will have Wiggins in this one. And I know they're the defending champs, so you can't write them off. But beating the Suns, who will have home court advantage in all of these matchups, by the way, will be extremely tough. So the Phoenix Suns, it doesn't matter who they go up against, they're going to be the overwhelming favorite, not only in the first round, but to get out of the West. And there's a reason why they are going to be that overwhelming favorite. You look at this team, and they are just an absolute nightmare to deal with. You got the mid-range mafia. You got Kevin Durant, who can go off at moment's notice. You got Devin Booker, who's capable of going off himself. You got Chris Paul. I mean, those 3 present so many matchup problems for any defense. And then you got DeAndre Ayton, who creates a lethal quad for the Suns. You look at the Suns' depth, it's very solid. They got a brilliant coach in Monty Williams. They got terrific home court advantage. We know how great home court advantage was for this team as the Phoenix Suns made it to the NBA Finals just a couple seasons ago. So when you look at the Suns team, there aren't too many flaws. And this is a team that it doesn't matter who they go up against in the Western Conference, they are going to be the favorite, and they are going to be expected to win. Everyone was worried when Kevin Durant went down, and they thought there would be setbacks, which would hurt the Suns' chances at winning an NBA title this season. But KD, after the scare, has come back, and he's looked good. I mean, after a slow first game back, KD's been money, and he looks ready for the kill. And I mean, if the Phoenix Suns are going to get this version of KD, man, oh man, are they going to be scary come playoff time. This Suns team is going to be too much to handle for anyone in the league. And this situation reminds me of Golden State's, because you're looking at a team that already had a lot of success in the Phoenix Suns. Yes, they had the shortcoming last season, but the season prior, let's not forget, they made it to the NBA Finals. They were 2 wins away from beating the Bucks and being crowned NBA champions. So you got that Phoenix Suns team, and then you're adding arguably the best player in basketball to it. It's like when the Golden State Warriors had that 73-9 team. They made it to the finals. They fell short against LeBron and the Cavs, and then they added Kevin Durant the following season. What happened after that? The Golden State Warriors could not be stopped. So we didn't overthink picking Golden State at that time, and we shouldn't overthink picking the Phoenix Suns now to go up against the field. The Phoenix Suns, in all likelihood, should get out of the West, and it would take something drastic for them not to get to at least the NBA Finals this season. I mean, put it this way. If this Phoenix Suns team with a healthy KD doesn't get to the NBA Finals this season, I would be genuinely surprised. And let's not forget, if the Suns do pull this off and they make a finals run and then some, and let's say they end up winning the championship, their midseason turnaround would go down amongst some of the greatest ever. I mean, I want to show you this screenshot of what the Phoenix Suns schedule looked like at one point. I mean, look at all of these L's. They were taking a beating late into December, early January. This is when this team was falling apart. Everybody was going at him. Everybody was saying the Suns championship window closed and all that. Hell, I was even one of those people who was doubting this team. Now, before you guys say, obviously they're going to turn it around and be dominant. I mean, they added Kevin freaking Durant, but the Phoenix Suns, before they added Kevin Durant, let's not forget, they started to get it going themselves. Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Ayton, they started to come together and they started moving up the Western Conference standings. So it's not like Kevin Durant joined this team when it was dead. Kevin Durant joined this team when this team was starting to build some positive momentum and when this team was starting to turn their season around. So that is why they are going to be so dynamite, because it's not going to be all about KD, please come save this team. No, it's about the Phoenix Suns. We're turning it around, getting hot at the right time. You add Kevin Durant, and now you have this, what's sure to be unstoppable force ahead of the playoffs. So the Phoenix Suns are in very, very good position. There's a reason why Phoenix Suns fans are excited to watch this team every single game, because, I mean, who wouldn't be excited to watch Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, etc. on your team going to work each and every night? So this Phoenix Suns team, they are clicking and they have a chance to put everything together, continue to play hot basketball, and go the distance here. And the Phoenix Suns are in definitely great shape going into the playoffs. So look, when you look at the Western Conference, it's going to be a bloodbath. Don't get me wrong. I mean, this is going to be one of the best Western Conference playoff pictures in quite some time, in my opinion. You got so many teams you can make a case for of getting out of the West and making it to the NBA Finals. I think in the East, it's a little different, because in the East, I look at it as a 3-team race, right? In the West, you could actually go in so many different ways, especially these lower seeds can be very dangerous. You talk about the Lakers, you talk about the Warriors, the Clippers, but I think if you had to make the right choice, the smart choice, if you were to bet on this Phoenix Suns team, you might end up being right in the grand scheme of things. So we'll see how it all plays out, but Phoenix, I can't wait to watch this team in the playoffs when they are fully engaged, when they are playing at their highest, when they are playing in Phoenix at home in front of that crowd. It's going to make for some memorable basketball moments come playoff time. You better believe it. So, guys, what's your reaction to this? Phoenix Suns fans, how are you feeling ahead of the playoffs? Are you feeling super confident? Are there some things that concern you with this team? Let me know your full thoughts down below. As you can tell, I'm obviously super high on this team going into the playoffs, but let me know how you're feeling about your Phoenix Suns as the NBA playoffs are fast approaching. That is it for me, everyone. Again, please hit a like on the video. It does help it a ton. Please subscribe to the channel for more Phoenix Suns and NBA content. Help me blow this video up, guys. And that is it for me. This is Lucas signing off. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all again in the next video.